This video is sponsored by Skillshare. As animating is both my hobby and my job, balancing the two and making sure I have enough energy for both is often quite difficult. You should make time for the things you want to make, the skills you want to learn, and the things that bring you joy. But if you're working full-time, finding the energy and motivation to work on personal projects after a full day at work, or even on your days off, can feel like an impossible task. Fun personal project I've been dreaming about and planning in my head for the last 3 months? Or dry corporate explainer that won't go in my showreel or on my website, but pays the bills? I mean, the choice is obvious which one I should do first.
Something terrible's happened.
I think I manage my time well enough that I can do both freelance, personal work, and occasionally step outside to do something social with friends and family. But a free day doesn't always feel productive, and the first sign that my motivation is low or non-existent is that I will procrastinate, even with things I want to work on, and there's usually a few reasons for this. Firstly, I've been overworking to meet deadlines and haven't been looking after myself. All work and no play isn't good for you, and it's not going to give you enough energy to get through the boring explainer or the exciting show pilot you want to make. Secondly, have I put too much on my plate? Is this project part of a series that is going to take way longer than I expected? Is it going to change my schedule and overlap with other projects, which gives me the Sunday scaries, even though I work for myself and set my own schedule? Thirdly, is there something more fun and exciting I'd rather be doing? Is that thing trying to take over my life and completely ruin any chance of being consistent? I save as much as I can from my freelance projects and keep my expenses as low as possible. So when there's a slow period with paid work, I can work on what I like to do. Remembering why I'm interested in a project helps motivate me to start, and most of the time my why is to get better at drawing or try something new. I used to be very focused on how much attention a project got on social media, refreshing often to see the likes, shares, comments. It felt good to have a popular post or video, but the buzz didn't last long, and in a day or two I was already moving on to the next thing, trying to get better and better results, and was disappointed if it didn't meet or exceed what I'd done before. Posting to social media and using likes and comments as your motivation means you're at the mercy of the algorithm, and the results likely won't be consistent. On Instagram, it took me years to reach 2,000 followers, and then when they added Reels, one video got me to 17,000 followers after just 2 weeks, and I felt terrible. Making things because you're passionate about them, because your project means something to you, or because it's going to help you learn and develop your skills is much more satisfying. The buzz and sense of achievement lasts longer, and you can track your progress by looking back at old work, seeing how far you've come, and hopefully this will encourage you to keep going. So if I've started a project, that's great. How do I keep going when there's so much left to do? Firstly, I'll break down a large task, like make video or make animation, into smaller individual tasks. I'll write up a plan for how long I think each task will take, and add them to my calendar, making sure that there's no more than 1 or 2 tasks per day. This leaves me enough wiggle room that I can work on freelance afterwards, and make sure that I'm looking after myself too. If you want completing tasks to feel more like a game, you can make your schedule more visual, colour code your progress, or add in rewards when you reach a milestone. When I graduated university, I bought myself an art book or 2. Now when I complete a big project, I grab lunch out in the city and go to the cinema. I've recently been keeping a copy of the list on my phone so I can keep track of everything I've finished. And on bad days, remind myself that I have been working hard, and I'm not useless or lazy when I see a lot of stuff I need to finish next week. Obviously, I'm not going to be super productive all the time. I'm not super productive even half the time. Life will get in the way. You might be tired or ill and need some downtime to relax and do something outside of art that you enjoy, and that's fine. I bought these acrylic paints last year because I wanted to get back into making more physical art, and I've used them twice. Honestly, I wasn't all that confident with them and previous attempts weren't very successful, which is why I've been taking this class on Skillshare. If you haven't heard of Skillshare before, they're a platform that has thousands of classes on a ton of different topics like graphic design, photography, music, cooking, business. So if you're looking to take your skills up a notch or learn something new, there's plenty to choose from. The videos are short and easy to follow, perfect for watching when travelling or having on in the background while I work. Switching from digital to physical art is a nice change, and I've been watching classes and sketching as warm-ups before I start on my other projects. There can be a lot of pressure to come up with an idea to work on when you're trying to learn something, but classes often have projects for you to try and you get to see what other people have submitted as well. Previously, I've taken classes on editing and colour grading, which I'd really recommend, and I hope what I've learned so far has been showing up in the videos because I feel like I've improved. So thank you again to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. If you want to try any of these classes for yourself or have a look at what's available, the first 1,000 people to join through my link in the description will get a 1-month free trial. Now, the way I motivate myself to finish projects is to create a sense of urgency. I can make deadlines for myself, but there's a chance I'll put it off. The way I avoid this is to find other creatives or friends to hold me accountable. We'll tell each other about our projects and set a deadline for the first round of deliverables to show each other. If I don't complete the task in time, not only have I delayed my own project I really want to make, but I've disappointed my friend, who is usually excited to see what I'm working on. To stay focused while I'm working, I'll use a short timer to get started, or the Pomodoro method. And because the first timer is short, and I've already started working, by the time the break comes, I'm already in the swing of things and usually keep going. Co-working calls, joining online communities with other creatives, and playing art live streams in the background while I work helps a lot. Personally, I'm always more motivated and focused when I'm working with other people. And when I'm streaming myself, I can't just wander off and get distracted. It does take quite a lot of practice to work and answer questions at the same time, but I usually have between 2 and 6 hours of solid, focused work that really helps me get a lot done. As always, I hope this video helped, and if you want to find out more about my animation process, take a look at this.